Hey folks, and welcome to Greg's Golf Shack. One topic I don't think we discuss enough is the golf shoe. And I want to discuss 2 reasons why I think the golf shoe is so important. Let's dive in. Now, the first reason most of us are aware of, it's because a golf shoe can give us traction to accommodate the golf swing so we're not slipping and sliding. But the other reason that many of us don't really consider is the level of support and stability a golf shoe gives us beyond any other kind of shoe to not only be comfortable in the golf swing, but also to prevent injury. When it comes to traction, there's a lot of force generated in the golf swing, and it's easy for us to slip, especially if it's wet grass on the golf course or just short grass or a little bit muddy or something. And that's why, a lot of golf shoes, traditionally they might have had metal spikes, but we have golf shoes that have these plastic spikes on them. They kind of dig into the ground and help give us a little bit more grip. And recently, a lot of golf shoes have gone to spikeless. They have a lot of good tread there. The spikeless shoe is a lot more comfortable to wear off the golf course as well. So a lot of people are adopting these so they can stop at the department store, go over to the golf course, jump on, play around, stop at the bank on the way home. They're very comfortable and versatile in that way. Now, I've actually moved to the spikeless shoe as well. It's very comfortable. I like it. It feels good. But I like to use the spiked shoes when it's a little bit wet. If it's early in the morning and there's some dew on the ground, or if it's after a rainfall or something, I find they give me a little bit more traction on the tee or the fairway when I'm trying to swing the club. And here's another style of a spikeless shoe. I like to use it for my indoor golf, working on the sim, so I can still get that stability and support, which brings us to our next topic about preventing injury. Now, a lot of people want to be comfortable on the golf course, and they think, I don't want to work in a pair of golf shoes and they're expensive, and they choose to wear their running shoes on the course. And running shoes are good for running in directions. They're not really made for a lot of, the side hill lies and the up and down, but they have some cushion and some arch support generally that will help support you if you're running or walking. And we do a lot of that on the golf course. Even if we're driving in a golf cart, there's still a lot of walking to be done. On the other hand, we have court shoes that have maybe a little less arch support, but they're built to withstand some of the side-to-side motion and jumping that people might do. They can be designed to help accommodate, when the body weight is pushed to the side of the shoe, helping to keep the shoe a little bit together and provide some support. But they're not as comfortable for running and walking because they kind of have shallow soles. They're a little bit flatter. A golf shoe, on the other hand, has the best of both worlds. It has a little bit of arch support. It has some of that cushion that allows you to walk along the golf course, but also stand on some uneven lies. It carries the traction with it, but it also carries a lot of that ergonomic design of the court shoe, where it can withstand a lot of those side pressures and help stabilize and support your foot when we're making these dramatic movements. And to kind of demonstrate why that's important, I have a book called Golf Anatomy, written by a couple of doctors who've researched the golf swing, researched the anatomy, and looked at the way they influence each other. And they stated that the amount of compressive forces that are on our spine in the golf swing are 8 to 10 times the golfer's body weight. Now, I'm considering that we rotate our spine. Our spine is kind of flowing and moving with that body weight shift and those compressive forces. Our feet are not. Specifically, our lead foot, which ends up taking all those compressive forces as we lean into it and we move our weight, and that can put a lot of pressure on the joints in our foot, around our toes, the ball of our feet, our heel, possibly roll our ankle. There's a lot of different injuries that can happen, and we need the support and stability to help prevent that. Now, as an example, I used to just come into the garage and use a regular pair of shoes to hit balls on the simulator. I've got a pair of Skechers here, and you can see they're already falling apart. So they're not designed to withstand that kind of pressure where a golf shoe is. So you're going to get a little bit more lifetime out of the shoe as well. But what I noticed as I was wearing these shoes and just regular kind of shoes, I started to develop some pain right across the ball of my lead foot, where all the joints kind of compress together, and it can cause a little bit of inflammation. And that can lead to some arthritic issues as well. Whereas the golf shoe provides all that stability to help keep the foot a little bit more stable, help prevent it from kind of squishing up on itself. So it's an important consideration in your game. Now, I'm not a podiatrist or a shoe manufacturer, but there's been research done, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of those points so you can make some better decisions about your golf. We want to save money everywhere we can, but we don't want to find ourselves injured. We don't want an injury that's going to prevent us from golfing, but more importantly, when it comes to foot injuries, we don't want that to affect other aspects of our life, whether it be our job, our responsibilities, or activities we just enjoy doing with our family and friends. So hopefully you find that information interesting. If you like this content, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Greg's Golf Shack.